Hello, my coven, sick and tired here. And today we have got some more emails from our viewers. If you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing, liking, and turning on notifications. That way you never miss your weekly support group. And also you can join my Patreon if you would like to have these same videos completely uncensored. And please forgive my very messy hair today. I am feeling very high symptom and I tried to do this messy Targaryen braid thing and it didn't really work out. So you might remember I did a video a while ago about how my mom used to force me to tan. I'll actually link to the video down below in the description so you can go watch it if you would like to. She used to force me to slather up in like SPF 6 and go outside and tan with her for hours. She thought the darker the better. If you sunburnt, that was good because then it turned into a tan, caused a lot of sun damage, and I've just never really gotten over it. It really sucks. So I had gotten an email from somebody who had a similar situation to mine. Your latest video made me realize my stepmom maybe was a bit abusive as well, as she would force me to use a sunbed. She had one at home and fake tan. She also made me wear padded bras, saying I had fried eggs, her name for my flat chest, really short skirts, and very revealing clothes that I wasn't comfortable wearing. She'd put makeup on me and say it was to hide my ugly features. This is just a snippet of some of my stepmom's things. I just thought I'd share a bit to add to the other two emails of things from my life. So anybody else have this kind of weird thing that their moms made them do growing up? They made them tan. It's just so weird to me. Like, I would never think to force somebody to tan with me. And I don't tan anymore now that I'm older. But yeah, let me know down below if you've also been in this situation. I have a mother who has always been very icy and abusive to my sister and I. We're both in our 40s now and have little to no contact with her. So the story I'm going to share happened almost 20 years ago, and I still get intense rage through my body when I randomly recall it. My oldest son, now 22, has profound autism, and he's the light of my life. Back in 2005, we got a diagnosis when my ex-husband and I went to my parents' house to tell them. My mom, on God, her reaction was,
"Now Lisa is going to get all the attention,"
and ran out of the house. Over the years, she never once offered help or babysitting or bought my son gifts. It was like her mask slipped during that moment. Thank you for letting me share. It's something I think about often, unfortunately. I have other stories, but this one I really needed to get off my chest. So I'm editing this now, and I just wanted to jump in because watching this back, all I did was go, oh my gosh, and moved on to the next story. I was so sick when I was filming this. I was really high symptom. I was, I think, fighting off a cold that just kind of hit me that day. I'm feeling a lot better now. Now that I'm actually kind of well, a little bit more well, and I'm reading this, and I kind of wanted to give this person some more time that they deserved because I kind of just was like, oh my gosh, and went on to the next story. Like, anybody watching this would be like, what an asshole. Why on earth your mom would say, well, now Lisa's gonna get all the attention, and she ran out of the house? Like, seriously ran out of the house, like a total drama queen. And I'm kind of a drama queen myself, but that's a little over the top. She made this all about her instead of being there for her daughter when her daughter needed her and her grandson. Then she never helped with babysitting. She never brought him gifts. Her mask slipped. Yeah, once the mask slips, it's a little bit hard to ever see them with it back on, right? Because you know it's fake. I'll start by saying I do not think my mom is a narcissist, but she does have some anger issues she has to deal with, and I wanted to vent a little. So for context, she's always had problems with her anger, especially around my grandma, her mom. Yeah, they can do that to us. I think the worst it's ever gotten was when she banned me from going to my grandma's house because they got in a fight over my mom's brother. Well, it lasted about a month till I was crying that I wanted to see my grandma. My dad told my mom it was enough and she needed to let me go over there. Well, what I actually want to vent about just happened the other day. For your information, I am a 16-year-old girl. I've dyed my hair black before and she has done it. Well, I wanted to dye it again, so I bought the dye and just had her do it. My grandma wanted to go silver and bought hair dye also. We brought it to my mom, who already said she would dye it. Your grandma wants to do silver hair?
Iconic.
Well, I guess it was a bad idea to have her dye our hair after not getting much sleep, even though she agreed to it. If she would have told me to wait straight, I would have. But she told me it was perfectly fine to dye our hair that day. Okay, so first she told me to get a dark washcloth. I got the darkest blue one, but it was one of the bigger washcloths. She got mad and told me I don't pay attention and should have known she wanted a small washcloth only. I got her the darkest small washcloth I could find. Then she asked me to get her black bag and said it was beside the toilet. Well, I got the first black bag I saw and gave it to her. Apparently, it was the wrong one, and again she yelled at me saying that I don't pay attention. Oh my gosh. Once she was done dyeing my grandma's hair, she got ready to dye mine. I asked her where her cape was so that I didn't get dye all over me. She just said,
Well, it's in the bathroom, but it's in a spot that would be too complicated for you to understand. I'll just get it.
in a condescending tone. Now, I am a junior with 10 classes, about to graduate and go to law school. I don't think I'm that stupid that I can't follow simple directions, but according to her, I am. Next, as she was doing my hair, she got frustrated. My hair is super thick and kind of long. It goes down to the middle of my back. I'm so jealous. She told me that next time I want to get my hair done, I need to go to a professional. Well, she won't allow me to get a job due to how many classes I have. Even though I had one in the first semester of school, I managed it just fine till she made me quit. So I said, well, I wouldn't be able to afford that. She snapped back.
Where did all that money in your account go?
I told her I do have money, but I'd rather save it than spend it all on hair that my mom could do anyways. She said,
Well, you're going to have to learn how to pay for things yourself. I'm not always going to be around, you know.
oh my gosh, this is so annoying because I've had arguments with my mom like this when she has done, everything for me at this point and said that she would do everything for me. And then I do something and she just doesn't feel like doing it. And then she snaps and it's like, well, why don't you get a job and pay for your own stuff? Now I'm talking about like when I was a teenager. I remember one time I was making like a science project for school or whatever, and I needed tape. And she just totally lost her marbles on me.
You need to get a job so you can get your own tape.
I'm like, I'm in school doing a science project. I just need tape. I wanted to snap back at her, but I knew I couldn't because she's that kind of person who refuses to lose an argument and will argue with you till you're just mad. My mom too. I do take care of myself. I can cook, clean, and I buy most of my stuff with my own money. I don't usually have her buy anything, even for my birthday. Yeah, but you're a kid. You're 16. What do you mean you take care of yourself? You shouldn't be taking care of yourself. Not in every aspect. You should be able to rely on your parents for some things. And if it is really that big of a problem, she shouldn't have said, yeah, I'll do it. And now she's mad when you asked her to. I also think it's ironic she tells me I need to learn how to provide for myself since she won't always be around, because not only does she always make my grandma pay for my stuff, as in dental appointments, doctor's visits, products I need monthly, and pretty much everything else, but she also lets my brother live here rent-free. He's 21 with a stable job. He has a kid, which my mom and grandma have paid everything for. She buys him pretty much anything he asks for. I don't think she's trying to pick favorites by doing that, but she's overcompensating because he's not her biological child. He's my dad's kid before my mom met him, and my dad told her she has to treat him the same as she would a biological child. So back to the present time, thinking about all these things and not being able to argue my point, I ended up shedding a couple tears. Now, I never cry unless I'm really frustrated or angry. She realized I was crying and got mad again, saying,
Why are you crying? Is it because I told you that you need to learn how to buy your own shit?
I said, lying, no, Mom, it's just that I have thick hair and it hurts a bit when we do it, so it makes my eyes water. She scoffed and continued to comb the dye through my hair. But yeah, that is why I'm upset and crying. Like, you're angry for some reason and irritated, and now you're taking it all out on me, and you are going to get mad that I'm going to get emotional because of it? She got a little bit of black on my face, so she had my grandma grab the washcloth and wipe my face. She grabbed the wrong washcloth, and my mom got angry again, this time yelling at her saying,
You pay just as much attention as my daughter does.
My grandma grabbed the other cloth and used it to wipe my face. Another thing to add for context, my mom won't act like this around my dad because my dad will shut her down and make her stay calm. But my dad was upstairs in their room cleaning. Anyways, as this was happening, I told her, if I could afford it, I would go to a salon and dye my hair pitch black with aqua streaks, but you wouldn't like it. She said,
Well, that's not really my choice to make. It's your hair. But personally, I think dark hair looks stupid on pale skin.
What? No, it doesn't. Dark hair on pale skin is beautiful. Your mom's just mean. She used to be gothic and still likes the style. So I said, ever heard of a goth? She said,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't think they look stupid with that hair color. It just doesn't look natural.
she just said it looks stupid. I said, it's not supposed to look natural. It looks good because white and black go together really well. She said,
You looked better when you had blonde hair.
I told her that I hate blonde hair and hate my naturally light hair because I think it makes me look like I have no contrast at all, since I am the palest white skin ever. She kept arguing how blonde hair is the only hair that looks good on pale skin. By the way, she has pretty light skin, not as much as me, but she has dark brown hair. I think all hair color looks really pretty on pale skin. Blonde hair looks pretty on it. I mean, look at my queen, Daenerys Targaryen. Very beautiful. Red hair looks absolutely stunning on pale skin. Black hair looks beautiful on pale skin. Brown hair, no matter what shade, looks beautiful on pale skin. Your mom she just wants to argue. My grandma washed out her dye and it didn't do anything. My mom started to yell at her saying she got a piss poor product. My grandma told her it wasn't a big deal and it still lightened her hair a little bit. I rinsed out my hair and it turned out just how I wanted. It's a bluish black color. My mom asked if I liked my hair and I said yes. She said it still doesn't look natural on me and I told her I didn't care about natural hair. She said if I wanted to go unnatural, to do something crazy like blue or red. Well, I already tried to do blue hair, but she told me I couldn't. So I went with black. At this point, I'm convinced she'll get mad at any option I pick for a hair color that isn't blonde. A day afterwards, I always call my parents when I'm not home to tell them goodnight. My dad told me that she came in the day we dyed our hair and said she was being grumpy and felt bad. Well, she never apologized to either of us, and even after I asked her to apologize to my grandma, she just said that my grandma was being pushy and knew it would upset her. My dad told her to get over herself because stress makes you age. He said that stress makes you age to convince her not to get mad at people. My dad's the best in my eyes. He always keeps his cool, even when he's angry with my brother and I. He's kind of the peacemaker of the household. Thanks for reading my submission. I just wanted to vent because I can't really vent to anyone else because I don't want them thinking I'm a spoiled brat or something like that. I don't think you're a spoiled brat. I think your mom is being super petty. I don't know why she's so angry. I mean, she said that she would help you and you said, okay, mom, let's dye my hair. And now she's yelling that you need to go get it done by a professional and she doesn't want to help you anymore. But then she wants you to do the color that you want to do because you're saying, well, if I went, I'm going to do black hair with blue streaks or I'm going to get my hair done fire engine red. And she's like,
You're not allowed to do that.
look, do you want me to do whatever I want with my hair or not? You said I could. Now you're saying I can't. She was just wanting to argue. I'm sorry. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that I was a little bit under the weather today. Don't forget to put some words of encouragement for our coven members down below. Until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I love you.